So, yesterday, Tuesday morning, Donald Trump was found to be in contempt of court, and he was fined $9,000 by Judge Juan Merchan. $9,000 representing a $1,000 fine for every verified instance of Donald Trump violating the gag order against him. And while that fine is pathetic, if you ask me, it does open up a very serious possibility that Donald Trump could be punished, not necessarily in Judge Merchan's court, but in any of the other three courts where he is still facing criminal charges. Even before we got this official contempt ruling against Donald Trump, Glenn Kirchner, former federal prosecutor, MSNBC legal analyst, here's what he had to say about what could happen if Trump is found in contempt of court. Let's face it, we have a contempt hearing coming up where it may go from bad to worse. The minute Justice Merchan holds Donald Trump in contempt in violation of the laws of New York, that will represent a violation of his release conditions in all four of his criminal cases. So I think things are about to get significantly worse for Donald Trump. So let me break that down for you. As part of Donald Trump's, processing when he was indicted in New York, in DC, in Georgia, and in Florida, he has to pay a bond, right? He is technically out on bail right now. And I think that's actually a big fact that definitely gets overlooked a lot. Like, the Republican nominee is out on bail. But as part of your bail, bond conditions, whatever you want to call it, you have to agree that you are not going to break the law. And if you break the law while you're out on bond, typically, for like 99% of other people in this country, 99.9%, you have to go to jail until your trial. It doesn't matter if you broke the law in the state where you were originally charged or if you broke the law in another state. You break the law, you lose your bond. Your bond is immediately revoked. So why is Trump not locked up in Georgia now? Why is he not locked up in DC? Why is he not locked up in Florida? By being found to be in contempt of court, he has now violated the law in the state of New York. That's what Kirchner is pointing out. So he could have his bond revoked in any of those four areas, including in New York. Very obviously, Judge Merchan knows that, he's now broken the law. He's out on bond. I can lock him up at any point now. I don't have to wait for him to violate his gag order again. I could just do it. Now, do I think, and by the way, does Glenn Kirchner think that Donald Trump is about to get locked up in a jail cell? No, absolutely not. I seriously doubt that any of these other, places where Donald Trump has been charged. I don't think Jack Smith is going to go to Judge Chutkan and say, hey, he violated the law. You got to throw him in jail now. It's not going to happen. He sure as hell isn't going to try to do it down in Florida with Judge Eileen Cannon. She will laugh him out of court. And maybe Fani Willis would do it. Like, if any of these other trials were to do it, I could see her doing it. Like, she is not afraid of anything. She will absolutely go like full throttle and be like, oh, I can throw him in jail? Hell yeah, I'm going to do it. But I don't think she will. But now the possibility is out there. If Donald Trump decides to not play by the rules, jail is the next step. And it doesn't just have to be in New York. That's what's so beautiful about that. He has now been put on notice. You mess up again, and I don't have to be the one to throw you in jail, Judge Merchan could say. He definitely said it's a possibility, by the way. But Fani Willis could do it. Jack Smith could do it. You have now broken a law. You have violated the terms of your bond. So be on notice. At any moment, they can come knocking on your door and take you to jail, and there is nothing that you can do about it. Will it happen? Probably not. But it's not impossible for it to happen, and that's what's important.